2017 F-150 5.0 V8. The wife has told me that good for her for noticing. I think her indication was, she told me with her indication here, coolant temperature. Right now, nothing. Usually it's towards the cold, the middle. Hers actually, I'll plug in a picture here. When it starts getting over a certain temperature that's not good, it actually displays the temperature. She was around, I think it was around 230 above the coolant temp. So she let me know, and I already had a water pump ordered because it was making noise. Her engine was just squealing, and I put some WD-40 on the water pump pulley and it quieted up. So we ordered a new one from Rock Auto. I feel like it was $100 and some. I'll have to look. Wasn't overly expensive. Anyways, so she's told me it's been making noise. The fan's been making noise too, which might be another issue, and the engine's starting to do a long crank when it starts that I have to look at. But her coolant level is very low. I think she's been losing coolant for a while slowly. If you look, the water pump is right here. Oh, it was just spinning, so you can't. I should have took this video beforehand. The bolts on the water pump there had a stream of liquid coming down them. Now that I just spun the engine, it's gone. But so it's leaking. It has a slow leak, coolant leak. So I'm going to replace it. I'm not going to show you everything. I'm gonna remove the reservoir, take these clips off, get the hoses, take the air intake off, get down there. The only thing you really have to pay attention to on these trucks, make sure you verify how many bolts there are on the pulley. This is a 3-bolt flange. I think there's a 4-bolt option. Just make sure you get the right one. I ordered an O-ring also, but the water pump that I got came with a O-ring on it, so it's not really needed, but whatever, is a couple bucks. So I'm gonna dig into this and I'll let you know when I get down there if I find anything else. I mean, it looks like it's buried, but it's really not that bad to get to. All right, so far I removed the throttle body with 4 8mm bolts. They were pretty tight. I'm gonna put some anti-seize on them when I put it back together, clean this up. But yeah, cold air intake that I removed. the reservoir for the coolant, and they have these clips that you just pull the little metal clip. There's a little ear. It's just like a prong metal wire. You pull it off, and then you can disconnect this. I think this is where the leak was coming from. Either I'm gonna have to get a new one of these Y pipes, or if I can just buy that O-ring. But I think that's why the fluid was leaking out of here. I guess it's known for leaking and right onto that pulley. So, all right, I have access now. I'm gonna get the belt off and then take the pulley off to access my water pump. A little trick. I got the ratchet on the tensioner pulley for this belt. There's 2 belts, but this is the thicker belt. Bust your nuts loose on the pulley before you take your belt off. Alrighty, back under the hood of this 2017 F-150 5.0 liter V8. Just removed this T-fitting, which I believe is leaking. On this side, there's an O-ring in there. So I'm going to replace this gasket inside of here that connects on this end of the Y fitting, and that's where the fluid was dripping on the pulley from. Right here lives the thermostat inside of here, so I'm taking this off now because it actually goes into the water pump, and I'm going to replace the thermostat also, because they are also known to be an issue and we're having that temperature problem. So while I'm here, I'm going to replace it. So the water pump's kind of a pain in the butt to get out because it'll bind on the bottom and you can't really access. So what I have is a pry bar on this side, pry bar on this side, and bring them out evenly. All right, here's my new water pump that I'm putting in. It already came with an O-ring. We ordered one, but it wasn't needed. I'm gonna put some DC4 on it, which is basically Vaseline. Slide her back in. Use the bolts to pull it in. You can see the old one's out. I cleaned it up. Here is the part number of the Motorcraft replacement. I'm also going to order the thermostat while I got this apart and swap it out. So once I took the water pump out, I sprayed some WD-40 from the inside. This is, you can see this inside the water pump. There's an O-ring on it. And I put it in the vise and pried up a little bit on the underside of it. Popped right out. I got a new O-ring from Ford today. Here's the part number for that, AC3Z8527-A for that. Or it could possibly be, I'll read it, 4969902. There's the new O-ring on. It's actually red. One I took off was orange, but this new factory one is red. A little DC4. She slid right in. And now I'm going to put the 8mm bolt in. I put anti-seize on everything that I put back together, a little bit on the threads, hopefully to help the next person. But I'm going to go ahead and install that now. So while I'm in here, it doesn't make sense not to replace the thermostat because it's not very expensive and I have it apart. So and it could be causing the fault also. So I'm going to replace it. I got this O-ring, which is this O-ring, I believe. No, that O-ring should be coming. I think I got the O-ring that goes in here in between the two halves. You can see the shadows. You can see the thermostat in there, spring loaded. They're like under $30 from Motorcraft, from Ford, and I think we got it for like maybe 26, 27 bucks from Rock Auto. So I'm gonna pull these two bolts out, separate this half, that'll come out, and I should be getting a new one in the mail tomorrow. Swap it out. It's too easy not to change while I have this apart. That could be our problem. Alright, once you pull those two bolts out, this is what, oh man, light. This is what you're looking at. You can see that O-ring around there too. That's the O-ring I got, which is one of these two. I believe it's this one, the bigger one. RG630. BR3Z-8255-A. That's the O-ring around the thermostat. You could push it out from the back side here. I'll probably put something in there, push it out. I'll probably pull that O-ring off first. Alright, parts came today. We got the old thermostat guts there. Here's the new one, Motorcraft. It's the BR3Z-8575-F. The part number. New thermostat, I'm going to install that. I got the new gasket O-rings. Put those in. I cleaned all the crusties out of my housing using a pick and soaking them in hot water, scrubbing them with a Brillo pad. But all you have to do is drop this thermostat in, and then this O-ring, which is BR3Z8255-A, that's gonna go right on top of it inside. I'm gonna put the two halves back together, and then this is the outlet O-ring gasket. It's actually got little like tread on it for gripping, and that goes right there. That mates with the water pump. Just peel out your old gasket O-ring with a pick like this, and then put your new one in. I'm gonna put a little bit of DC4 Vaseline basically on it, just to help keep it lubricated and make a good seal. There's the O-ring around the new thermostat. Now we just put the top half on and run our 2 bolts in. I'm gonna put a little anti-seize on them, torque them down. I'm not sure what the torque spec is. You can look it up if you need. Part number 7T4Z-8590-A for the outlet O-ring or gasket. Well, of course, Ford, I broke this spring-loaded hose clamp using the wrong tool. So I did order a pair of, what are they? It says Corbin. Those are called Corbin clamps. I didn't know that. So I bought a set of these on Amazon for like 14 bucks, hose clamp pliers. Maybe it'll work better for me since I'm always struggling with them. But that is an inch, that diameter is 1 3/4 inches. So I ordered these ones that said they go to 1 inch and what, 5/32 to 1 3/4 inches. But I mean, they'll expand to it, so I'm gonna try them out because they do have a lot of area that they can expand, but it's not quite as big as that one. See if it works though. Ford doesn't sell these, of course. You have to buy like the whole hose for a clamp's ridiculous. And they have a little locking function on them so they stay open. Yeah, this is a lot nicer than using a pair of channel locks like I normally do, and why that's broken. So I just put those 2 bolts in, put a little anti-seize on them. I'm just putting a hose clamp on. I have one instead of waiting till the other compression clamp comes. Ford doesn't sell them. Okay, those bolts, make sure that you tighten them and torque them evenly because that has to have a nice flush fit against that water pump. I set mine at 55 inch-pounds, but I think this, I don't know exactly what the torque is. I think it's somewhere right around there. All right, Y pipe's back on. I think this piece is like 50 bucks if you need to buy it, maybe a little bit more, might be more than that. Push the clips on, it's on. Now I'm just gonna put this hose in right here, goes on there, and this goes to the reservoir, the overflow reservoir, and then I'll put my throttle back on for the intake, hook up my hoses. I got a new O-ring that goes in here. I don't know if it replaces that gasket or I don't know about that. This was leaking, I believe. They gave me an O-ring that goes in there. I'm not sure if I gotta pull that plastic gasket out or add it. I'm guessing probably add it, but we'll see. So on this connection here for the upper radiator hose, where it connects to the Y pipe with that clip, inside of there is a Teflon seal. It looks different than a regular rubber O-ring, which they gave me this O-ring. I guess I guess they're known for leaking there, so maybe this is the upgrade. Part number BC3Z-8590-F. That rubber O-ring, I believe you have to pull the Teflon seal out of there and replace it with this O-ring and then put it on. It looks different, so I hate swapping it out. I did have a little bit of a leak coming out of this fitting onto the housing, so I'm going to watch for that. If for some reason there is, I'll take it back apart and pull that seal and put this O-ring in. But to replace that line's over $100 if you buy a new one, so I don't want to just damage it pulling that Teflon seal. It's stuck in there pretty good. All right. So 4 bolts on here. I put anti-seize on them. I torqued them to about 45 inch-pounds. This connector, slip it back on, then push this red tab in. So connector on, red tab. Yeah, and then that red tab pushes in. I'm gonna get that with a screwdriver. I got a new air filter also, put it in. I'll give you a Ford's part. I broke the guts to this clip. It just pushes on. There's a push release on top. It's like a U shape. Ford couldn't give me just the guts or the clip, or they couldn't find it anyways. And that whole line's like 150 bucks. So Napa had them, the same clip, 730-6722. I think it was like 11 bucks. So I broke the guts on the new connector trying to get it out also. What a piece of crap. So I'm hoping this works. It says fuel line connector clips 3/8. This might be the guts that go in there. So these were like $7. Part number 730-6676. So I'm hoping this works. They're a different color, so we'll see. So it did go in. You had to pry the little tongue, like the bottom prongs out to get it to go down through, but it looks like it's gonna work, so it should just clip on when I push it on. Oh my god, it worked. I can't believe that shit. Yeah. There's the deal right here. 730, I don't know why this doesn't focus. 730-6676. $7 some for a few of them. And it worked. Clipped right on. All I have to do now is put 2 bolts in the reservoir back on here. I take it off because it makes more room. You don't have to, but... And then same thing, metal clip, pull this back. It goes on the bottom, and there's one more hose that goes to it. Vent hose. And then I'm gonna put coolant in and leak check it. Here's the part number for that Motorcraft air filter, 7C3Z-9601-C. Yellow pre-diluted antifreeze coolant from Motorcraft, VC-13DL-G. That's what Ford puts in these. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. It's not too bad of a job, but thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. All right, leak checking it now. Whenever I poured the fluid in the reservoir, it was running out, it was draining out. I'm like, what the heck? But the Y pipe right here behind cold air intake, the Y pipe on the other side, on top of the thermostat, there's those metal clips that are like a coat hanger. It has to be pushed all the way down, and that clip has to engage on the grooves. And I guess it wasn't pushed all the way down. The clip was on, but it wasn't locked in correctly, so it was running fluid. And I got that pressed on, that clip situated, and now it's good. Now I'm just letting it run, let the thermostat operate, and then I'll top off the coolant level. Thanks for watching.